that forgiveness is one of the most important aspects of healing. We know that, right? But forgiveness is not saying, I forgive you, or I forgive myself, because that's just words. So what does it really mean to forgive? You see, what does it really mean to forgive?
If there's nothing to become or heal, then there's nothing to forgive. And this moment is seen for what it is, and therefore I'm okay. And
so somebody hurt you, somebody said something to you and they really hurt your feeling, because you still think you are a person. Let's assume that. Okay? So because that, you're always on guard against being offended or hurt, because you have an idea of who you think you are, and only that can be hurt. So now you're really mulling over, how could you say this? You know, and you can't stop thinking about it. Did you ever feel that? You know, you've been hurt and you just can't stop thinking about it, and you can't even sleep at night thinking about it, and yet you have no control over it. Okay? So how do you forgive?
By remembering that you're okay. If you're okay, there's nothing to forgive.
Right. So when you say I'm okay, what is the feeling that comes with that? What like, because it's not just saying I'm okay, but meaning it.
Well, it means that everything else is okay, because there is no other
Right.
anything
So when you say that I'm okay, you're really saying everybody else is okay too.
Yeah.
Right. Beautiful. That's it. So when you say okay, it's a totality.
Mm-hmm.
It's not okay for this idea. It's not okay for just this thought, or this happening, or for my thinking. When you say okay, it's all-encompassing. It's holographic. You see, it's total.
there's a big difference today.
And that becomes forgiveness. You see, if you can look at people in the world and you don't see people anymore, just spirit beings, your life will change just like that. Because you begin to see the truth. Because you see, when we see a person, we judge them. Whether we like it or not, is the persona in us judges. Oh, I like, oh, I don't like, oh, he's fat, or he's short, or he's tall, or he's old, or he's too young, or he's too crude, or he's too awkward, or has too much of an accent, or he's too blah blah blah. You see what I mean? We're always judging. But what if you were to see beyond all that? Of course we go back to unconditional loving at the same time, you know. And you say everything is okay. Everything is beautiful in its own way. It doesn't matter. Something wonderful happens. That becomes forgiveness. That becomes the real healing. I had a woman too, and she's been having problems with her stomach for a long, long time. And she went to see doctors and they found nothing wrong, you know. So then she kept saying, Bert, she said, this pain has been with me for many years, you know. And then to me it was clear, because the medical doctor said there is nothing wrong organically, so it's psychosomatic. So then it's a forgiveness issue, you see. So I asked her, is there someone to forgive? She says, no, I think I've forgiven everybody. So then I had her relax, you know, and go back into some memories of the past. And she began to recall, there are many people she hasn't forgiven yet, you see. And finally it hit it, and it was her mother that she couldn't forgive, because her mother is always on her back, is always criticizing her, complaining, blah, blah, blah. And she was brought up, she felt without love, etc., etc. So anyway, so I said, oh, so this is it. So we worked on that. And she finally forgave her mother, and the pain stopped. It's a wonderful thing. It was Dr. Ben Johnson, cancer specialist for 25 years. He wrote a book called Healing Codes. And he said, I have never seen a cancer patient who did not have unforgiveness issues. That's quite a statement. And his healing is phenomenal. I mean, the healings that have come from his, from his forgiveness part have been so wonderful, life-changing.
So sorry.
I was trying to remember the name of that book, but now it'll
Healing Codes.
Now it'll be recorded, so I don't have to remember.
Yeah, Healing Code is a wonder. Did you buy it?
Well, there's the healing code, and then you say healing codes.
Healing Code.
The healing code.
But you apply healing
About
codes.
this-
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just going to clarify, so the forgiveness is the realization that I'm whole and the other person is like whole and complete or whatever. Like is that your way of explaining
That's right.
it?
That's right. And you
Is
see
that
also
wrong?
that there's really nothing to forgive. Really. Because all that's been hurt is, first they hurt you. If they hurt you, it's because there's a pain in them. So you feel compassion for them, because if I'm angry at you, I am the one who's angry. If you get angry for me being angry at you, then I've caught you in my trap, you see? So now we're both caught in it. But if you see the truth that I am angry at you, but it is my problem really, because I am the one who's angry, you are able to just say, oh, poor dear, he's a little upset at the moment, and you don't take it personally, okay? That becomes forgiveness, you see? So in other words, you don't take anything personally, because there is no person. There is only that which is living you moment to moment, which is now itself. Now is all there is forever. Forever and ever and ever. And that's a long, long time. Eternally. You see? And that is your true nature. So that's what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is seeing that really there's nothing to forgive. People do what they do because that's part of their script. They're part of the life plan that they're going through at the moment, you see? And it's all okay.
It's their journey to unconditional love.
That's right. It's the journey to unconditional love. Wow, you're coming up with so much wisdom. And you said that you're not versed with this?
I'm only versed in the experience of my life.
That's enough.
That's-
Very good.
That's what I
Once you start learning from yourself, you are the best teacher. I sit here and people regard me as their teacher. I am not. Okay? I love sharing what I do. This is part of my love. I love doing what I do because I love seeing people waking up to what I experienced. You see? But the truth is that everybody is their own teacher. And the best teacher is, I call it the Holy Spirit, your own intuitive heart. You see? You start to really listen to yourself. What makes me happy? What makes me feel complete? What makes me feel whole? You see? It's when I am here. I am love. And love is not necessarily an expression of love, kissing, hugging, making love. Love is that feeling of, it's more than bonding. It's more like there is no separation.
Just connectedness.
It's total connectedness. Yeah. Total connectedness. Yes. Yeah. So this is the beautiful thing about satsang, is that people don't just come to listen, but to actually to listen to their own heart at the same time. You see.